it's Danielle, and today I'm super excited to come to you guys with the newest video in my next little series for you guys on how-tos around life. Whatever it might be, how to get a fatty, how to get the boy, how to edit a video, whatever you guys want to see I'm gonna do. But today I'm coming to you guys with 5 tips on confidence around men. I started this video saying boys, but listen, I'm 20, we're talking about men. We're trying to get some men right now, you know. We're trying to get a man, not a boy. No boys, no more boys, we want men. So today it is 5 tips on confidence when talking to men. I have them on my phone. I'm gonna just look at it and let's get started. So the first one is to smile. This one is very, very basic, but when talking to guys, it can get overwhelming. So sometimes we forget to smile and to be ourselves. When we're in our minds, we're like, oh my god, do I look okay? Oh my god, like he thinks I'm ugly, or oh, why didn't he come up to me sooner, or oh, why is no one coming up to me? And we'll get into that later. It's like, no, don't feel those ways, okay? Have confidence. So smile. Most of us look prettier when we smile anyway. So if you are smiling, you know, giving it your best or whatever, then you will just, I mean, come on, you'll look friendlier. It's just better. Just smile. You don't need to be like the whole time, but like, you know what I mean? Like a simple freaking smile. Like you can give a simple smile. It's not that hard. So do that. Number 2 is to ask them about themselves. This one is geared towards like my more shy girls, but also just in general, I think it's best when you first meet a guy to have him speak more than you do. And this is because in order to have, like, sometimes people think confidence is being able to talk and just take command of a room, but having confidence is within. It's about knowing yourself and then being smart about that. I see so many girls on the streets just being so loud, like doing all this other stuff, and it's overcompensating. Like, what are you trying to overcompensate for? Just chill out, you know? That's how I feel. So when talking to guys, ask them about themselves, because then you can kind of see his character, just a peek of it. If a guy walks up to you in Starbucks and he has a bag or something representative of whatever he's getting into, you can be like, oh, what's that bag for? You know, just something real simple. Not asking their social security number, not asking if they have any kids, nothing like that right off bat, but just something simple to see how he speaks, his decorum, like if he has a tendency to lie, because you need to remember that first conversation to reference it later if you need to, you know, just understanding a guy. Like when I meet guys, first off, and they'll say, oh, let me get your number, and I'm like, oh no, let me get yours, whatever the case might be, you know. If I'm putting their number in my phone, they put their first name, I say, oh, go ahead, put your last name. And I've been in situations where I've had a guy put his last name, and then later on, I'm like, I know that wasn't your last name, like you're African, your last name isn't Jones. And then he was like, oh yeah, you know, da 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 da. And I'm like, oh, do you really go to this school that you said you went to on that night? He's like, oh no, I don't. You know what I mean? Like people really do lie the first time you meet them, especially guys, so that they can impress you. So ask them about themselves, because it's gonna be key later, and it also takes a lot of the pressure off of you, especially if you started the conversation, or if he comes up to you and you're feeling shy. Number 3 is to make eye contact. And this one is probably like my biggest tip ever. Like this is the one that I exploit, I'm telling y'all. Like when I'm working, like whatever I'm doing, like if you see a guy, I mean, I don't really do it that much anymore, because like, listen y'all, I only have one boy one man I'm trying to look at. But back in the day, y'all, like if you see a man and he's looking right, like you're kind of attracted to him, and you want him to come talk to you, you don't want to walk up to him, but you know, you just don't know how to play it. Here's what you do, just trust me. So you see the boy, he's over there, like you don't have to smile, you don't really have to do much. Don't look like terror, like don't look mean, but like you look at him, you wait for him to like make eye contact with you, and you look him up and down, like real quick, just with your eyes, like you look him up and down, like like you basically check him out. And I swear to you guys, it works. Just master that, and you don't need, I swear you don't need anything else. Like you look at him, look him up and down, make sure he sees you look him up and down, obviously, but like, yeah, he's gonna see that, he's gonna be like, what was she looking at? You know, he's gonna come over to you, even if it's coming over to you and being like, oh, what were you looking at? Be like, I was looking at you. You know what I mean? You don't need to say anything. Like, just smile and giggle if he asks you that, honestly. Because if he asks you that, then he's dumb. Like, yeah, just look at him, wait for him to look at you, and then it's just that simple. I mean, honestly, I still look up, like the guy that I talk to now, I still look him up and down all the time. I mean, and that's just because he looks good, to be honest with you, but that's what you gotta do. Like, you don't have to speak, you don't have to smile when you do it. Like, just make eye contact and look him up and down. Like, it's the most subtle invitation to come to, it's basically saying with your eyes, come here. You know, that's all it is. And I love it so much because no one's watching your eyes, no one sees you do it. It's subtle. If he doesn't do anything after you do that, then no love lost. You know, it's simple. It's a simple invitation. Do it, it'll win you so many boys, or men, I swear to you. In the club, while you're working and a guy walks in, any instance, in class, it works everywhere. Number 4 is to be a little mysterious. Now, actually, if you get the guy to come over to you by looking him up and down, you're already mysterious because he's wondering to himself, ooh, why she look at me, you know? But being a little mysterious also goes with asking them about themselves. You don't want to be that girl that just gives it all right away. Like, you know, when you see girls and they're just doing too much, they're overcompensating for something, and that's not confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, people think being that person is what makes you confident. Oh wow, she's so confident. No, she's overcompensating for something, and that's not cute, to be honest with you. It's too much. So, sorry, it's too much. So if you meet a guy or whatever, you're talking, he doesn't need to know everything about you. Like, when guys come up to me, say I'm working or something, not that I'm interested in them, but they come up to me and they're talking about something, whatever, and they're like, oh, well, what do you want to do after you graduate? I hate that question with a passion. Like, get out of my face. Like, you don't really care. You're just trying to ask me. Like, you're just trying to know, you know what I mean? Think you know something about me. So whenever they ask me that, I'm just like, oh, find out, you know? And then they're like, ooh. And really, I mean, I don't want to tell them, but take that as an example. Like, you don't have to give it all away right away. You get what I'm saying? You can save a little bit of it. You don't, if you meet a guy on the street, honestly, all he needs to know about you is your name and your favorite place to eat, because the next time you guys hang out should be a setting like that, you know, where he presents what he's willing to offer, and then, okay, maybe you can know a little bit about me. If a guy comes up to you because he sees you and the sample is looking right, that doesn't mean he automatically needs the whole meal. You get what I'm saying? Unless you aren't looking for longevity. So that's key. And my last tip, and probably just one of the most important, is to make fun of them, honestly. Be a little playful. Like, you don't need to be super sweet to these men, because honestly, like, what's life if it's all, oh, da 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 da. Like, you can be a little bit playful. So I'll give you guys an example real quick. This video is already mad long. So, one time I was working at some desk doing something, and I was receiving papers from people, you know, it was like a permission slip kind of thing. But we were all over 18. And basically this man walks up or whatever, and he's filling us out and he hands it to me. And on the sheet it said, if you're under 18, you need a guardian's permission. So he hands it to me, I look at him. Keep in mind, I've not said anything at this point. He hands it to me, I look at him, I'm like, oh, where's your guardian? I said it just like that. I was like, oh, wait, like, it wasn't like, oh, where's your guardian? It was like, oh, where's your guardian? You know, obviously he's over 18, I'm just playing with him. But when I did that, because I also looked at him like that, like, I didn't have to do anything else. Like, for the rest of that event, like, it was just fun, you know what I mean? It was just like playful back and forth, like flirting, you know, whatever, like, it was chill, you know, and I didn't have to do a thing, you get what I'm saying? So it's also another way to not really be putting yourself out there completely if you don't want to be like, oh my god, you're cute, because that's too risky for me. You can just do that, and it's a subtle way to get his attention and let him know that you have a personality. You get what I'm saying? You're not dull, you're not always nice, you're not always mean, you know, you might have a little dimension to you, you know, you're a little mysterious, you know, he's got to find out a little bit more. So being playful, kind of being mean to them a little bit is always a good way to go. And here's another way you could do it. Like, say a guy walks up to you and like his Apple Watch band matches his shoes, or his phone is red and he's got a red outfit on or something. That's kind of tacky, but you know, whatever. You could be like, oh, he thought you were cute today, you know? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can just do stuff like that, and a fun, playful way to kind of have confidence when you're talking to them, because, you know, yeah. But those are all my tips. I hope you guys enjoyed them and got something from them. If you've ever done any of these things, leave me a comment and tell me what you've done. If you like these tips, give it a thumbs up, and I want to hear about you guys' experience with them. If you guys have any more suggestions for how-to videos, also leave that in the comments. I want to get more involved and communicate with y'all more, so comments are important. And if you like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.